sum that one up?
Go Rockies. Sum it up. Congratulations to the Rockies, Buddy Black, the boys. That's great for them, and we're all rooting for them. So that's the first thing. Very happy for those guys. Obviously it was a win. We'll always take a win. A lot of things though need to be cleaned up. It's another night where our transition defense was porous at best. 27 fast break points allowed. We're doing a pretty good job of defending the three-point line, but 51% from the field and the 24 turnovers. So a lot of the same problem areas that we've had are continuing. And as I just told our guys, opening night's approaching rather quickly, and we have to get a hold of this before it becomes a real problem. But the group that was in at the end stepped up, made some big plays. Happy for those guys to close it out. And even though it's preseason, for those guys to be in that type of a situation, a close game on the road in front of a packed house, those are great moments for those guys. And so hopefully we can build off of that.
2 for 15 in the first half from the three-point line, but then 10 three-pointers in the second, what just kind of allowed that to get rolling?
I thought we got great looks in the first half. I mean, how many wide open shots did we generate? But we missed a ton of open ones, missed a ton of free throws tonight. But we continued to move the ball, and guys trusted it. And I want them to continue stepping into their shot as long as they're good shots. I think we had 21 assists in the second half alone, in large part because we finally made some shots, to your point. The only difference in the shots were that we made them in the second half. In the first half, we just think we put a dent in the front rim.
You got an extended look at Monte tonight, obviously starting. How would you just kind of sum up the 2 games he's played so far in the preseason as a guy who could enter the season as your backup?
Yeah, I thought down in San Diego, coming off the bench, I thought he did a terrific job. And it's not easy. Here's a guy that played really one game in the NBA last year, and now all of a sudden he's starting in a preseason game against Rajon Rondo and the Lakers. But I thought he did a really good job. Solid. That's one thing about Monte. You always trust him. And I thought his backup tonight, I thought Donald Sloan actually played really well as well. But yeah, Monte is a guy that's going to go out there, run the team. Obviously, he struggled to make shots like everybody else, but I think he's done a really good job for us out there as our point guard.
Trey Lyles has 10 assists now in 2 games combined. What has led to him really opening up his game other than just playing a little bit more at this point?
He's so skilled with the ball, TJ, and he's a guy that can shoot the 3. If they run him off, he can make a play off the bounce, and he finds guys. And I think last game we had 25 assists. 15 of those came from our big guys. And tonight, once again, Nikola has 4, and he does a good job. He goes out there and gets 6. We played through our bigs quite a bit, but Trey is a very, very skilled offensive player, and I think he can play a lot of different positions for us.
Mason was 11 for 11 from the field tonight. He's put together 2 really good preseason games. What have you seen from your perspective?
Yeah, obviously I think that's 11 for 11 is a credit to him screening and rolling and getting on the rim. I think it's a credit goes to our guards for finding him at the rim and just moving without the ball and being hard to guard. Mace is a hell of an athlete, and he plays the game the right way. So to go to 11 of 11 from the field just speaks to him getting quality shots around the rim and shots that are really should be a part of his game. And our guys found him, and that's them being unselfish.
He's healthy now, and I'm wondering if you can see a marked difference in how he moves around the court now that he's got some of those health issues behind him.
You go back 2 years ago with Jamal, he had the surgery. Last season, Mason dealt with it the whole year. He had the surgery. In that area, sports hernia, you're limited and prohibited to do certain things. Now that he's healthy, I think you see a more explosive Mason Plumlee. He's going up and getting basketballs that are way up there, and he looks explosive out there. So it's great to see.
What was the deciding factor for the late scratch Jamal tonight?
Just being cautious with his ankle. It's been aggravating him lately. These games really don't mean anything. I do not want him going out there and aggravating it anymore. We'll be off tomorrow. Give him 2 days in a row, kind of limit the pounding on that. Get back, get healthy, and hopefully get a good practice in before we play Perth.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. All right, appreciate it, man.